Alrighty, good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming to my Wednesday tech class. So today we're going to be talking about Facebook ads and how to set them up, how to funnel your leads to them, and how to kind of send them out to a target audience, and then kind of everything that goes along with that. So if you have any questions throughout this call, just let me know. Happy to answer them as we go. First, I want to start with kind of how we're seeing Facebook ads working and who's using them and that different sort of things and different stats for that. So Facebook ads, so the top 20% of Keller Williams agents are using Facebook ads in some type of way, whether that's to generate leads, build authority, or grow their business. So we're gonna kind of walk you through how to set one up and maybe different ideas for an ad versus just open houses or my listing, and then kind of where to go from there. So a few more stats on this. So we're definitely still seeing Facebook dominate as a really great social media platform for realtors to be on because right now we have or the stats are showing about 3 billion monthly active users. That makes it the number one social media platform worldwide by a large margin. Which always surprises me because I always think Instagram, TikTok would be bigger, but Facebook is still where it's at. I think it's because it's kind of reaching the most ages, because it's going to reach your, 50-year-olds, 40-year-olds, all the way down to like my generation, so the 20-year-olds and different things like that. So it has a wider span, I think, than other social media platforms. And we are still seeing the highest return on investment at 29%. So they're seeing a really big investment on, or return on investment on any ads that they're doing on Facebook. And then I always thought this one was really interesting. So 30% of users turn to Facebook for their news media, kind of so what they're learning on the news, what's going on in their community, and different things like that. And that's the most important, or that's a really good metric because that tells us, oh, people trust what they're seeing on Facebook. They go to Facebook to be educated, they go to Facebook to get updates, they go to Facebook for different resources, right? So they already have a certain level of trust with Facebook versus they might not have that same level of trust on Instagram or TikTok or different things like that. So that's kind of why we're seeing Facebook is still pretty dominant. And I don't know if you guys saw the recent change, but the average first-time home buyer age has been moved up to 40, and that kind of shows us that okay, Facebook is still really good to reach a majority of those people because that's going to be the biggest platform that they're on versus Instagram, TikTok, or anything like that. So Facebook is still a really good place to focus your social media strategy, focus your ads, and different things like that. Any questions on this slide or any notes, any takeaways or anything like that? Cool. We'll keep moving on here. So again, just largest audience on the internet is on Facebook. It's the third most visited website on Earth, trailing Google and YouTube, which is kind of staggering. So by 2027, Facebook is projected to reach 75% of the global population, which is huge, right? Like that's crazy to think about. That 75% of humanity has seen Facebook. So just a great place to be putting your information and reaching out to people. So a few steps on creating a Facebook ad is you do have to have a few things in place first. So you cannot make an ad through a normal Facebook profile. It has to be a business page. And I have step-by-step instructions on how to set up a business page. They are free and it is pretty simple. If you can set up a Facebook profile itself, then you can definitely set up the business page. There's a help center for that and a step-by-step guide for helping you do that. And then you'll need to connect Facebook to Command, and I'll show you in Command where to do that, but it's the same place you connect Dotloop or your Gmail, so just right in that settings section. And then before we can launch an ad, we need to give it a website to direct traffic to, right? So when you click on an ad, it usually takes you to some third-party website. We need to create that website first before we can start sending people to it. So those are a few different, or three different things that we need to make sure are in place before we can run an ad. Um, so just make sure that we've accomplished these different three things. And I'll walk through building a landing page as well. So I'll show you this one and building a landing page, but I have resources for building a Facebook business page that I can send out as well. Okay. So step two is to launch your ad in Command. So once you have those three steps done, this is what you're going to do in Command, and this is what we're going to go over today. So open campaigns, click paid ad quick start, select the ad type, configure, and publish. So we're going to walk through all those different steps and kind of go through finalizing your audience in the budget and different things like that. So we'll cover these. And then one thing I want to bring up quickly is there's two different ad types in Command, right? So there's the blue banner, there's the ad types with the blue banner, and the ones with the orange. The blue banner, I always suggest just going with those. It's going to be the biggest or the best way to get people's information and get people and leads into your command. And that's because it includes a Facebook lead form. So this lead info is already captured automatically within Facebook. So this is a really easy ask for the people who click on your ad. So they click on it. Usually they have to click some type of yes, I want to share my information to see the rest of the ad, to see the ad, right? And then since they already trust Facebook, they're not seeing some website that you created, right, that they're not familiar with, that they will have less trust with. So they're going to click yes because Facebook already has their information. It's just going to fill it in and then give that to you. So this is the easiest way to capture their information, and it will always have the better results versus anything with the orange banner. The orange banner just means that you will create your own lead capture info. So you must drive users to this custom landing page and collect their details. So you're not just driving them to a page, you're having to convince them as well to leave their information for you to reach out to them, which is just a much bigger ask, especially today. People know what ads are. They're tired of getting emails, they're tired of getting phone calls and text messages now, so they're going to be pretty hesitant to put their information in there. But with this one, the information's already there. They just have to click yes. You'd be surprised on how big of a difference that makes for people. So we'll talk about this as well, and I'll show you how to know if it's a blue banner or an orange banner in Command. And then next, we're going to select our audience, right? So we can select like 15 miles around a particular listing, or we can do particular zip codes and different things like that. Creative ads, so we can add different media. It can be a photo or a video, or multiple photos of different things that you are promoting or want to do an ad on. Lead routing, so we'll talk about this. This is adding tags or adding people to smart plans as soon as they click on your ad and accept. And then compliance, so there's an automatic compliance kind of checkbox that we click that has our logo, ownership statement, everything you need to be kosher. So we'll go over that as well, but I always recommend just leaving that check mark on just for ease sake and making sure you're compliant with everything. And then one idea I had, so we see a lot of ads for just listed and open houses and different things like that. But I wanted to offer an idea for people who are like, oh, we don't have a listing right now, or I'm not doing an open house currently, is to offer a free home valuation. And to do that, we could just use the wording curious about your home's market value. The fast moving market is helping people build wealth through equity. Click here for a free evaluation. So this just positions you as a trusted advisor and generates warmer seller leads. So they're just curious on how much their home is worth. They click on this ad and go through a few different steps to have you reach out to them with a home evaluation. So this is a really great idea if you don't have, if you're not marketing a listing or a certain home or anything like that. Another idea is to advertise client success stories. So featuring, oh, my client had a hard time buying this home. She needed something very specific, and I was able to find an XYZ amount of time. So just like a nice success story is a really great ad as well. And the call to action is see how we can help you too. Contact us today. So this is telling them like, hey, we want to help you have the same success. Go ahead and reach out to us. So it's just another ad idea that you could do. Perfect. So here's kind of our action plan here. So now I'm going to pull in command and we're going to go over, first of all, where to connect your Facebook if you've not done so within command. So this is the home page here. So we're just going to click my profile at the top and go to settings. And then down here we can see applications. Yours might not be right at the top. I was looking at this yesterday to make sure we were good. So you might have to scroll, but you'll see that right here. And you'll just click connect account and then you'll log into Facebook and then you should be good. It'll be connected. So that's pretty easy here on the back end. Um, but let me know if you have any issues with that. You will have to select, like, there's an option in there for you to select your business page. Just make sure you do that if you're trying to run an ad, because if you connect your personal, you won't be able to run an ad. So if you're running into trouble with that, just let me know. I'm more than happy to run through that and help you guys with that. Perfect. So we've done that. We've made sure Facebook is connected to command. And now the next thing that we have to do before we do any type of ad is set up a website or a landing page for them to go to. And we do that through the website icon over here, which is the last one on the left in this toolbar. We'll click that. And then we're going to manage our website, which is just this button right here. And then one more click, we have to go into expert mode to create a new page. So I'm going to click that up here on the top hand right. Perfect. So now we're in our website editor screen back here. So what we're going to do, what I recommend doing if you're going to do a listing, is to go ahead and choose from this quick start, kind of these tiles up here. We're going to do the property landing page template, not the landing page, the property landing page template specifically, just because it builds it out faster and it's easier. So I'm going to choose that one. And then we just start building out this page. There's only about two things you need to do to fully build out this page. And that's to click in this box up here and you can search by MLS number or the address. And I'm going to do an address, so 249 Farm Creek. And we see that pop up right here. I'm going to click that. You do have to name the page title, and I always just name it the address to keep things simple. Farm Creek Drive. Perfect. And now we do have to add like a featured video or featured image. And what that means is it's just going to be the main image that pops up first. So I recommend doing whatever photo you've done on the MLS first. So I'm going to choose that and go down here and select that. And now we can see over here on the right, it's building out that page for us. So all I did was type in a few things and then upload my picture and then it's done the rest, right? So you can see the price, 4 beds, all that kind of stuff. My agent information here. Perfect. So this page is built out and ready to be published. So I'm not going to publish this because this is actually Joe Jackson's listing here in the office and I do not want to publish this to my website. So I'm just going to save this as a draft, but you would go ahead and hit publish at this point. So then yours up here would say published on this time, and then we can just click return to dashboard. Perfect. So now we've connected our Facebook page to command and we have created our website to send them to through the ad. So we've done everything we need to do in order to now build out the ad specifically. So I'm going to go back to command here.
I have a question. Does
Yeah,
that template give all of the MLS information, like all the photos and so forth?
it does. Yep.
Great. Thank you.
Yep. Of course. Perfect. So when we go over here, now we're going to build out our ad. So then over here, we're going to look for campaigns. And that's going to be this megaphone one. And then we're going to do the paid ad quick start over here in the get started link. So I'm going to click this one. Perfect. Okay. So now it's going to take me back and now I see all these different kind of ad types. And if you'll notice, now we see the blue kind of banner. So includes Facebook lead form. We see all of these have it, and then this one includes a TikTok lead form. So make sure you pay attention to that. So these are all the Facebook ones. And then we see the orange one. So uses your landing page lead form, right? So these ones you have to build it out yourself and remind them to do it and hope that they do it on your website, right? These ones capture their information with one click. So that's just why these ones work a little bit better. So we're going to choose one of those and I'm going to do this one. So listing single image or video. There's a bunch of different ones. So the non-listing single image or video, that's what you could do for like that home evaluation because it's a not listing, like you're not listing anything, you're just saying, hey, if you want a home evaluation, that's where you would choose for that one. But for this example, we're going to do the listing, and that'll take me back to this screen here. And now we just kind of fill out this page. It's not a super lot of information, it's just a few clicks. So here it's add the listing you want to promote. So we'll search up here. To search in here, you have to click filters and then here are kind of the ways to search. So we're going to search by the street address, which is what you put in this value box right here. So that's just a little like odd. It took me a second to like, how do I search in here? So just filters, make sure this says street address, and this is where you add the address that you're looking for. So 249 Farm Creek. And we see that pop up right here. Click and select. We're going to see that pop up over here. So over here is going to be what the ad looks like. And as you can see, it's that first image on the MLS. And then Beautiful Home in Columbus just listed at the price, 4-bed, 3-bath, all that kind of stuff. And now targeting. So right now the option is 15 miles around the listing location. And now I can change that and add in my own postal code or city, right? So I can just go ahead and type that in here. And then I can say like 20 miles around the postal code that I choose. But I'm just going to do the listing location and keep it at 15 miles around it. And then we're going to keep scrolling here. So media type, so I can do one image or one video. I'm going to keep with the image just to keep things simple. And then over here is a different like theme option. So I want to say just listed. And it's going to change a little bit. So it's going to add this banner here. So just listed. And even on this ad, it says courtesy of Joe Jackson, Keller Williams Capital Partners, and then our logo. So all the compliance thing pulls in as well. And then welcome home, explore my latest listing. Perfect. If you're promoting a listing that's not yours or one of your teammates, just make sure you change the wording up here so everything looks good. And to change all of that, we'll just keep scrolling down here to the text, right? So welcome home, explore my latest listing at the street address in Columbus. Perfect. Now we can do, so if you click in this box here, it does have some AI kind of help for you. So you can say, oh, I want to say like number of beds in the year built, right? And that will pop in here. But make sure you add the wording there because it's not going to filter that itself. So let's say just built. Perfect. So just it pulls in information there, so it just kind of helps you um, build out what you want to say up here. Headline here. So let's say I don't really like this and I want to change it. If I click the little stars over here, you can see Evolve AI pops up. It's a copywriter. What do you need help writing? And I want to say the headline because that's what this box is, the headline. It's going to choose some things for me. Let's see here, regenerate. Well, that's not giving me too much, huh? I don't want to just say your. Um, your next. Oh, let's see what it says with that. Hmm. Okay, so there we go. So your dream home waits in Gahanna. Let's say like that. Apply. Great. So it should help you think a little bit, even though that one didn't there. Hopefully it works a little bit better for you guys. And then we're going to keep scrolling down here. And here's where we're going to choose the website that it goes to, right? So enter URL, or if you click landing page, that's going to read all the landing pages created on your website. And then you just go through and select them, right? So here's where you're going to find that list, that 249 Farm Creek website. We're not going to see mine here because I did not publish it, but yours is going to show up in this list right here. So I'm just going to choose this one for now, and then we'll keep moving. Lead settings. So this is kind of like your funneling. So if you're like, okay, when somebody clicks on this ad and gets entered into my database, do you want to add a tag to them? I recommend doing that. You can always do like a Facebook lead. And you can set it, create as a new tag here, so you don't have to go back out and create the tag and come back. You can just create a new one here. Or you can always do the address, right? 249 Farm Creek. So you just kind of know where they're coming from, what they clicked on, and add it as a tag. And then smart plans as well. If you want them to immediately be added to a smart plan as soon as they click on your ad, you would choose that here. So let's say I want to add them to my April newsletter. As soon as they click on this ad, um, I'll select that. And then as soon as they come into my database, they're going to be added to that smart plan. And then down here we have compliance. So here's the default logo. I always just recommend clicking that and keeping that default, just to make sure everything's good. And then finally, we're going to proceed to last step. And now we can set how long we want the ad to run and then how much our budget is. And then this is kind of a new feature. So it's estimating 5 to 11 leads. Now, leads are different than views. It'll probably get a lot more views, but these are people who are actually going to click on it, actually engage with it, um, and come into your database. So this changes with how much you spend, right? So let's do 100. It kind of doubles that. So just kind of something to play with, and then go from there. So that kind of helps you set your kind of budget for this. And then we can see the daily spend is 1667, just kind of helping you break that out. And then down here, you'll put in your credit card information and purchase now. It will take about 24 hours to go live. And then everything will start rolling. You'll start seeing people kind of come into your database from clicking on this ad. And again, I'm not going to purchase now because I do want to launch this ad, but you would just click purchase now and be good to go. All right. Any questions about anything we went over for setting up this ad?
I think I need a little remedial lesson. I'll try to
It
go
can
over the video again on my
Mhm.
own and then see if I need you from there.
Sounds good. It can seem like a lot, like it's gonna feel like a lot, but um hopefully it's not too overwhelming you guys and too overwhelming for you guys. And once you get in there and just kind of follow my video step by step, I think you'll find it easier um, than expected. But I recommend just launching one for your next listing and seeing what happens. I mean, we've seen great success with them in the past, so a great thing to try if you're like, oh, I want to try something new or kind of ramp up my marketing or anything like that. So awesome.
Thank you.
Of course, this went super fast, a lot faster than I intended, so hopefully that wasn't too fast for you guys. But coming up, I want to mention we have Lauren Lucas's next AI seminar coming up on the 5th, I believe. And there's different places to sign up. You can do it from newsletter, our Facebook page, um, anything like that, to get signed up for that. That's going to be really good in March. And then we have business coaching next Tuesday, the 3rd, is going to be the family reunion mastermind. So everybody who went to mastermind, which is the big KW conference, is going to come and kind of talk about what they learned, their takeaways, and different things like that on a panel. So if you can make those two, I highly recommend those two classes coming up. But
Thank you.
perfect. Awesome. Well, I will get this recording out to you guys. Have a great rest of your afternoon and let me know if I can help with anything else.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks, Ash.
I actually have a quick question.
Yeah, what's up?
When Canva rolled out the KW rolled out their Canva app,
Hmm.
did I haven't used it since then. Do I need to open up a new account or
That's a great question. Did you use it before?
yes,
So you used Canva on your own, correct?
yes.
Okay. So yes, you will need to open a new kind of profile. And how you
Okay.
do that, you just go to canva.kw.com
Mm-hmm.
and then it'll ask you for your command logins. Give it that, and then it'll create your profile from there, and you can go ahead and use all the pro features right from there.
Okay, great. Thank
Mhm.
you.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Awesome. Of course. Have a great day, everyone.